into the reds now.
Eight. Nine. 16. Seventeen.
Well, another great shot,
24.
splitting the pack, knowing he would have this red to the right corner.
Jimmy White with a lot to think about.
$32.
Little unfortunate there for Stephen, hampered by the pink.
$33.
Well,
40.
one good shot here now. He'll be forcing this in, spreading the reds, and should finish on the black into the left corner.
41.
I am certain now we will not see Stephen Hendry take any other colour other than the black.
There's a £147,000 bonus
48.
for a 147 maximum break. Hendry has taken 6 reds, 6 blacks.
49.
Yes, and just the one red at the bulk end of the table. That's certainly going to be a problem. But of course, every shot has to be played to perfection to keep coming down for the black.
56. 57.
Only 2 maximums ever made at the Crucible. Cliff Thorburn, 1983. Jimmy White, 2 years ago.
$64. 65.
This time there's 2 reds available into that right corner.
72. 73.
And now even Jimmy White will be willing Stephen on to get this maximum. The frame already gone. Well, he has the red in the centre.
18.
As I said before, the best centre pocket player I've seen.
$81.
This, of course, is when it starts to get difficult because you've only a couple of reds and you have to get perfect position on them. I still feel the awkward one is going to be that one
88.
towards the bulk end of the table.
$89.
And that's perfect. He'll take the more difficult one, I think, of the two. If he
96.
well, obviously too straight.
$97.
And this is where position has to be precise. Now these next two shots are the crucial ones. I certainly get on the black here, but it's been able to get on that red down near the bulk end
105.
in such a way that he can get back here for the black. So this could be the shot of the tournament. I think he's got a little straighter on the black than he would have liked.
He's got a chance.
Well, I certainly fancy him now to get the black. But the unfortunate part is he's put the pink and blue in an awkward situation. So he'll be off the side cushion, right hand side. Come for the black into the right corner. So now it seems just the blue and pink is only problem. But I promise you, these next 6 pots, there's more pressure and it will build and build with each shot he takes.
$122.
Well, that's the worst shot he's played throughout the break. Didn't really get high enough. He could try and split them, but he's such a good long potter. I think it'll be a long blue into one of the corner pockets. Needed to run a little.
129.
So now blue into the yellow pocket. And if he gets this, he will be pushing the pink toward the centre pocket. Well, the blue's there.
Great chance now.
Yes, and listen for the roar if this pink and black goes in. Slow down. Well, this would be a pressure shot to win a frame, but for a 147, I promise you, the pressure has got to be the greatest ever.
He's done it! Stephen Hendry makes the third 147 maximum in Crucible history and takes a bonus of £147,000.
33.
Chance here to go into the cluster. Well, the reason I said that, I thought that he could have flicked off the edge of them and still been on these reds on the left-hand side of the table, but making certain he's got ideal position. Just roll this in for the black.
41.
That's the 6th red and 6th black to follow.
49. $57.
I'll be surprised now if he's got eyes for anything but the black after a red. This is a definite chance of a maximum.
65.
That may well be. I was going to say he may decide to go down for the blue, but it's not within his nature
73.
to do that. The frame's virtually won.
$89.
Well,
97.
certainly that gets a bit better now.
$105.
Well, he's just overcooked that slightly, and this is the big shot. He needs to pot this black and get the good angle on that awkward last red.
Yes, there's never been a 147 in the TV stages of the UK.
113.
And that's absolutely perfect.
One, two, two.
£20,000
$125.
if Stephen can clear these last 4 colours.
129. 134. 140.
This one is John Seven has achieved the record in the box. And now another 147 twice within 6 minutes. Wonderful, wonderful. Stephen Hendry with a maximum break takes all 4 frames to win the lead.
Well, he was 8-2 in front, And who would have thought it would have gone to the deciding frame? And that's what they're playing for, the Liverpool Victoria Charity Challenge Trophy. What a shot. That's why he's world champion. Even under this pressure, he still takes that type of shot on.
Eight. Nine.
Stephen Hendry won the last ranking tournament, the UK Championship, and he was taken to the decider in that by young John Higgins.
16. 17.
'Well, after the great effort that he's made,
24.
I suppose he's wondering now, will I get another chance back at the table?
$25. $32.
Well, Stephen's composure
33.
in this situation is unbelievable, because he's the man, certainly with that's under pressure the most here.
$40. 41.
Red into the centre.
48. 49.
'Played that perfectly. Just had to touch that red just to push it
56.
away to open the other two reds.
57.
Well, that's 8 reds, 8 blacks. It can't possibly happen. It's not possible what we're thinking about.
64.
Can't possibly make 147 in the
65.
deciding frame, Jim, can he?
Well, that if that were to take place, that really would be the icing on the cake, Rex. But it must be in his mind, and has been for quite a few shots.
72.
That's the red that he wanted.
73.
Only 67 left on the table now, so This is a fantastic performance.
$80.
What a match this has been. Fantastic.
81.
Well, I thought miracles stopped happening 2,000 years ago, but this is just unbelievable stuff.
88. $89.
Well, he must be admiring his opponent. He's very disappointed, but you've got to admire the resilience of this man.
97.
Yes, he's just a fraction short.
That's 13 reds and 13 blacks.
104.
Now he wants to,
105.
he's got to get an angle on this final red to be able to get back onto the black. And he was disappointed with that. Didn't quite get enough side.
112.
Well, you'd have to fancy him now, Jim. This is incredible stuff.
This is the key shot.
$120.
The greatest match I've ever seen in my life.
$122.
Absolutely incredible.
$125. $129. $134.
This is the shot. What can we say?
104.
Absolutely incredible. Hold your breath. This is it. Fantastic performance. I've never seen anything like it in all my career. 147 break, a maximum in the deciding frame. Unbelievable. Well, that was... I've never seen anything like that, Jim. Wonderful.
That is the greatest performance I've ever seen in my life, and Stephen Hendry deserves everything this evening. The audience standing up, loving every second of it. What a champion.
Jim, we're privileged to be here talking about it. Absolutely wonderful. We've seen 147s before, but we've never seen one at a time like that. And sportingly, everyone's applauding. It's fantastic.
The roles have been reversed here.
Quite clearly, Stephen Hendry has stepped up a couple of gears. His break building's improved, his safety's improved. That's the reason he's at the table this time, forcing the mistake out of Ebden.
Yes, and he's realised that he has to win these frames in one visit, and that's exactly what he's doing. In the last three frames, he's made breaks of 78, 88, and 58. Not much reply from Peter.
16.
We've been talking about mentally strong players, but I don't think they come any stronger than this man, Stephen Hendry.
17.
His ability to perform under pressure is quite incredible. He's already demonstrated that a couple of times during this match.
Yes, we see it time and time again. When somebody threatens him,
24.
he turns it on. Just going to the edge of the pack here. We'll hold for the single one there on the left-hand side. Hopefully just nudge 1 or 2 out. Well, that's worked out perfectly.
32.
Well, Peter has been sitting in his chair quite a while over the last couple of frames. I think he might be doing that so here again. He's keeping himself focused though. If there's any slip up from Stephen, he's going to be straight back in there.
33.
The textbook action from Stephen Hendry. Well, going along very nicely indeed. I'm not going to say anything, but that is 5 reds, 5 blacks. The break goes to 40.
41.
That's worked out okay. The red goes into the centre pocket once again, coming back down for the black. Well, Mike, I just wonder if something else is on his mind apart from winning this frame.
Well, obviously the first thought would be getting to about 70 odd points, and knowing that he's won the frame, he can relax a little. Hasn't quite come far enough there. Wanted to be above that red, a bit further up the table. Could screw back up the side cushion though. I'm sure he's going to play on the black here and not the pink. He knows it's there. Well, he's thinking about it. Obviously his first thought is really to win the frame, but he feels if he can get back off this side cushion. Well, he's decided to play on the pink.
57.
Well, a lot of professionalism in that shot. Well, he's looking at the black. He's decided to have a go at it. He's got it. Now then.
Well,
Still on.
we know exactly what he's thinking about now. The 147.
Don't want to say much, Mark, because when we do, things start to happen.
Well, he's done it many times before.
72.
I just wonder if he can do it again here today at Plymouth Pavilions.
Well, he still wants 1 red. He's not safe yet. 75 on the table and 72 points the lead. Would expect him to get this one, of course. But if it goes in, he will be definitely thinking about it. Yes, well, he knows the frame's safe now. What a great chance.
And this would be a double blow for Peter Ebdon, Mike. If Stephen was to go on and make the 147, a tremendous achievement, but it would also take Peter's highest break of 143 at the moment.
Yes, Peter's holding that one, and prize there of £5,000. Of course, if he goes on to make the maximum, a matter of a £23,000 motor car. outside as well, waiting for him.
This for me is probably the
88.
most difficult of the 4 reds left on the table.
I agree, if this goes in, I think he'll make it.
Superb.
For this crowd here, in anticipation, they know it's on now. Perfect.
It's a joy to commentate on this man when he is playing like this.
$97.
Well, he holds the record for the most 147s made in competition. That's 5. Could this be a 6th? What a great break.
105.
Oh, the crowd are loving this one. They're urging him on, and so are we.
He's got to be careful with this shot. Okay, the black is fairly straightforward. Has to get a good angle on this red. Absolutely perfect.
112. $113.
Well, he's just gone a little straight in the black here. He might have to punch the angle off the top and the side cushion. Oh, he's okay. He's got a slight angle.
That was superb. The 15 reds with 15 blacks. Now just the colours for the maximum break.
Come on, cue ball. Come on, Mike. Oh, he's just got there, but he's got a bit to do here with the cue ball. He's going to put left-hand side on here to stay on the brown. Wow, wouldn't this be tremendous?
What a treat for Sky Sports viewers.
Three more balls to go then.
$134.
What can you say? Absolutely magnificent. He's made 5 147s before in competition. That is 6. Well, the crowd absolutely loved that one. What a tremendous break by the world champion. Absolutely fabulous. Well done, Stephen.
Well, that was a good shot. Good clean pot. Perfect control of the cue ball. It's a funny thing, you know, for all he's won, Stephen Willie went back to the players' area after the mid-session interval, and now with Stephen on the table practicing.
Yeah, I think we mentioned in commentary that he was missing a few long ones and perhaps thought his timing wasn't quite right. You see, the thing is with timing when you're break building, people out there would not realise that you can actually, you know, still score very heavily when you're not cueing well. But when it does find yourself out is really when you're playing the long game.
$16.
Yes, he's got so much pride in performance, Stephen. That little 10-minute interval, practicing away, trying to get things right.
$17. $24.
It's early doors, but that's the third black with the third red. And it is
25.
a situation that brings a 147 to mind, because really all the reds are in this half of the table. The only red that's a little bit away, it's on the blue spot, so that wouldn't be a problem getting position on that and playing for the black.
32. $33.
Nothing would give Stephen greater pleasure than to beat his fellow Scotsman's high break, which is held by John Higgins at the moment, a magnificent break of 144. Unlike Higgins, O'Sullivan, Hendry, Williams, when there is an opportunity of making a sizable break, if the 147's there, they go for it.
$40. $41.
Oh, great pot, back in prime position. The red just at the bottom of the pack. The crowd looks on. A little bit of anticipation, I'm sure, coming to mind at the moment. Wondering. It's a possibility.
48. $49.
Really has to get high on this next red, so not to finish straight. Doesn't have the angle to play for the reds into the left-hand corner that are in the pack. So just running through on and off the cushion. I'll just roll it in to make sure that it didn't finish straight, but this is a tough pot.
56. $57.
Now, he probably will elect to stun into the reds here. Needs a bit of luck. And that's pretty good. I think he'll have eyes for nothing else but a maximum 147 here. The balls couldn't be better situated. He may not need another car, but he'd love to make one. He could always give it to me, will he?
65.
He really is a machine, isn't he? He's already made 6 147s in tournament play. And this is the beauty of going for 147s. You see, at this situation now, you can't afford really just to play for one red,
72.
because once you get the wrong angle, it's break over. So consequently, Stephen has played for 2 or 3 reds at the same time there, to always give yourself options. And this is the only reason that Stephen Hendry
is so proficient in the 147 department. Again here, he won't play for 1 red, he'll play for 2 reds. But making sure he finishes high.
8. 81.
Well, I think they've had a little bet between themselves. They're wondering whether this 147 is going to be made at this visit. See there again, you see, he's played for the red on the middle blue spot. If he's not on it, he's on one of the other reds. This is a real chance.
$89.
Well, is he on the one just below the pink?
96. $97.
So really now it's all there. It's just a case of keeping yourself together, and even Stephen Hendry will be feeling it a little bit now. Well, it's gone a little bit too hard for me. But as I say, he's such a confident potter.
$105.
Yes, that previous black, once again he played for both reds rather than one. Now all he has to do now is definitely make sure he finishes high on this next red. Doesn't want to finish low. It's finished absolutely perfect.
112.
Yes, the only problem now, of course, is the yellow knot on its spot. So imperative
113.
he gets a good angle. He's got the angle on the black. He's got to pot the black and get the line and pace right for the yellow.
That is without doubt one of the best positional shots you're likely to see.
120.
This key shot. Well, you've got to fancy him now. This is remarkable.
Yes, we were saying early on that he took over the mantle from Steve Davis, and he certainly has taken snooker to a new level. A level that
129.
other players, and it has improved the standard of the game they're trying to reach consistently as Stephen. That cue ball needs to run a little bit more, I think, though.
134.
Well, it's not bad, but he won't leave the black that easy.
It's there. This has been absolutely superb. A genius at work, a genius witnessed by this large...
One excellent one red.
Yes, and that is the one thing that has been more noticeable than anything else. His long pot success has been really, really good. Well, there you go, 90%. It's not been that for a long time.
Awkward bridging, but he's only got to dab the red in.
9.
Would have been a different proposition if he Had to struggle in anyway for position.
$16. 17. 24.
'Stephen just had a look at the availability of the pink and where he would like to leave the cue ball on the black. To leave a nice angle.
25.
So I would suggest he's either play for the pink in the middle to try and nudge reds out. If he's played for the black, he's not left himself the best angle to go into the reds. But we'll leave it to the master break maker.
$32.
It's a pretty tight bunch. Happy with the immediate result though.
$47.
Well, there's one loose red he can play for. That's on the right hand side of the table, but well, I think that's what he's going to play for. Well, he's not run far enough for the red on the right-hand side of the table, so I don't know whether this planned his second prize or he always had a mind for it. It can be made. There's enough gap between the two reds and just drop it in. He'll be on the black. No. Oh, yes! Well, that looked wide.
$56.
7 reds, 7 blacks.
$57.
I'm sure this time he'll have to go into them. Oh, he's having looked to see there's another plant. Well, there is a plant there. Yes, it's definitely a plant. You'd rather play it than take a chance cannon into the bunch. Just run too far. I'm now not happy. He can still make this into a 3-ball plant as long as the first one, the first red, hits the second red square on. the plant's still on, but he's got to hit the second red square on, like he would like to normally hit it with his tip of the cue. They're so close, he's got to hit this just right, and he has done, and the black's still on.
55.
And so is the 147.
$72. $73.
It's £147,000 for a maximum, £10,000 for the highest break. Hendry has made 8 maximums in competition,
80.
but he hasn't come ideally on his next red.
No. He's on the red I think he played for, but just overdid it. But knowing Stephen Hendry as we do, I think he'll be going all out to try and stay on the black here. He already shares the high break with Ronnie O'Sullivan at hundreds of 140. And it's there, and he's held for the black. So the maximum still on. That's a better shot to get on this
88.
red. And a nice angle on the black to stun off the top cushion for one of those 3 reds into the same pocket as the black. Won't get much better chance than this. It'd only
96.
be bettered if the pink was on its spot.
97. $104. $105.
A great champion in pursuit of another great moment.
$112. $113.
A little bit lower on the black than he would have liked. I don't know if you can hold in the middle of the table, just avoid the blue, or depends how he sees it. He's missed the blue. The cue ball needs to slow up a touch. Just slow up a touch.
120. $122.
He's got the game, he's got the nerve, but the pink still looms up as a major obstacle.
Yes, I think if
125.
the pink was on the spot, we would consider this as done, but it's a bit tricky.
129.
He's got a nice angle on the blue, but it's all about trying to get on this pink at an angle to get on the black. The easier he can leave the pink, the better.
134.
Well, he's on the pink, but he's not on the angle to get comfortably on the black. I assume it's going to be the right middle, but he's going to have to play it with pace and come in and out of balk. Good shot needed. Now, this cue ball, if it's going to run on hard and bounce, or stop there.
A marvellous champion, a marvellous moment, one of many in his marvellous career. Stephen Hendry's 9th maximum.
1. Nine. 17. 25. 32. 33. 41. 49. 57. 64. 65. 72. 73. 80. 81. 88. 89. 96. 97. 104. 105. 112. 113. 120. 121. 122. 125. 159. 134. 140. 147.
And that's the thing about this game. You get the half chance, you have to try and make it into a full one. It's not easy.
It's noticeable as well how much support he's getting. You know, 20 years ago, for a lot of people, it was a case, oh, not him again. But since he hasn't been winning so much of late, they've really got behind him.
There's been times where he's been booed, hasn't he, when he's come into the arena, and now they're cheering him. How things change.
Eight. 9.
Might go into them. Oh, it just caught the edge.
16.
Again, wanted a, well, he caught the first red actually. I think he played the edge, the red at the edge of the pack. Could still take this red onto the left corner. Could hold for one of the portcolours. He's in that sort of mood that he wants to try and win every frame while he's at the table. Is he taking this to the middle? That's a great shot. Needs a big bounce though.
17.
No, he's not backing away from this black. It's there. Oh, hang on. Oof. Well, he's got the red nearest the pink, which is fairly straight. That was an excellent black. Still needs another one, though, to continue. Don't be surprised if he knocks this in. And lands on the black once more. Not easy from there, though. Oh.
25.
What's happening? Has he turned back the clock here?
Well, I was wondering if someone had stuck a tape on from 20 years ago.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Has he been in the TARDIS or something? Come back, you know. Oh, well, it went in and he's in prime position.
Well,
32.
he was always a very brave player, wasn't he? And he still is. Doesn't back away from anything. But of course you need the talent to be able to pop them as well, which is what he's got.
That's 4 reds, 4 blacks, David.
Don't.
Just thought I'd throw that one in the mix.
I'm not sure I can handle it.
It's blacks. And we don't know, the rule is normally 40 or 48. I mean, with Joe Johnson, it's the first red. But
Well,
it's all blacks.
Well, he's made 2 here. 2 147s. 1995 and just 3 years ago as well.
40.
Put it this way, he'll be going for it. It's one of the
41.
few lists he's not top of, 147 makers. Ronnie O'Sullivan's had 11, Stephen Hendry's had 10.
Won't be happy about that then. Well, it's pretty obvious that he's come here with a purpose.
48.
Well, Ken Doherty
49.
had a chance on the opposite table. He made a 104, missed the 14th red. But I think this is a better chance because the reds are more in the middle of the table.
Well, the bonus prize, the rolling prize, is £40,000. The high break prize, 10,000. So it's 50,000 for a maximum.
57.
We did have one in the qualifiers, Robert Milkins. But this is the place to do it. There've been 9 made here in total. Ronnie O'Sullivan's had 3.
64.
Stephen Hendry 2. It's hold your breath time, I think, here.
Well, they're all in a
65.
great position as well. Okay, he's got the one slightly behind the black, but it's off the cushion. This is a wonderful chance. And the way he's been playing, I'm not going to
72. $73.
Well, he knows that the frame is safe. Now he can concentrate on the maximum.
$80. $81.
I just wonder whether he might just get rid of this awkward one behind the black spot.
And when you consider that some of the balls he knocked in at the start of this
88.
break could easily have lost, the crowd know, of course, what's happening. They'll all be nervous as well.
89.
But this man has nerves of steel.
Well, he's okay here. He can stun over for the black once more.
$97.
Well, the black for the second century of the match, but more importantly, the maximum is still on. This has been superb so far.
$105. $112.
Well, he's got a perfect angle on the black here to drop this in and get down towards that yellow. Get him. Well played. Well, who are these people that are writing him off then, David? Eh? This is incredible stuff.
It is, that's the word, I think, incredible. He needs the 6 colours for his third Crucible maximum. Just slightly stretching here on the yellow.
This is very similar to the one Cliff Thorburn played, wasn't it? Where he stunned it off the back cushion. Similar angle. And at that time, the late Bill Webernick was just peering around the corner.
Well, he's got his little extension on. Players stopped on the other table. That's pretty much how Cliff played it as well. In 1983, the first Crucible 147. This could well be the 10th coming up.
You just can't keep him down, can you?
Well, we were wondering what we were going to see from Hendry today. I don't think anyone quite expected this. Brilliant stuff.
129.
The crowd feel he's going to do it, but he's got to pop the last 3 balls.
$134.
Everyone nervous. How nervous is this man, though?
Ice cool. Wow, what can you say?
Well, it's this black for a 3rd Crucible maximum. Yeah! And that's why he's the greatest. Stephen Hendry.